Hi, everyone. Welcome to our online HR Tech Roadshow. Thank you for joining us today. We really look forward to hosting you and showcasing some of Israel's most innovative technologies in the HR sector. Firstly, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Cameron Crowley, and I'm one of the trade officers here at the Israel Economic Mission to the UK. We are part of Israel's Ministry of Economy and Finance, and our main aim is to help build commercial relations between the UK and Israel across a wide variety of sectors. Now, today's event is our first online HR Tech Roadshow, and we're all really excited to have four fantastic companies from Israel presenting their technologies throughout the session. Each company will be demonstrating their solution for 10 minutes each, and there'll be an opportunity for further B2B meetings with them after today's session is finished. We'll make sure to send their contact details to all of you as well who have registered, so you can stay in touch with them in the future. Now, to begin our proceedings, we're lucky enough to be joined by Yoram Lachish, the Digital HR Strategy Lead at Deloitte, who will be talking to us about the current Israeli HR tech landscape and how we expect it to change in the future. After hearing from Yoram, we'll then move on to our roadshow and the showcase of the companies. So Yoram, if you'd like to start by introducing yourself and letting us know what Israel has to offer.
Hi, Carmen. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. Let me share my screen and let's see that it's working. Just a minute. Okay. Okay. Is it okay, Cameron? Do you see
absolutely fantastic.
What? Sorry?
It looks great.
Looks great. Okay. So just, okay, it's not that, okay. So hi everyone, my name is, as Cameron said, Yoram Lachish, and I'm a senior manager from Deloitte Israel, human capital practice, and I lead the digital HR work stream in Israel. I'm very happy to be here and open the first Israel HR Tech Roadshow, organized by the Economic and Trade Mission within the Embassy of Israel in London. The roadshow will feature, as Cameron said, some of the most innovative and fast-growing Israeli HR tech companies, include technologies in the field of payroll management, organizational tools, and recruitment tech. The companies which will be joining us are Hybo, Ovio, Papaya Global, and Paradox, all of which are extremely keen to show you their latest solutions and how they can fit into the UK. During my 20 minutes or so, I will provide a strategical perspective of latest trends and emerging needs in the HR sector, along with the innovative technologies that are emerging to support those needs. So let's begin. I want to start with a prominent example from the last few months of a profound and fundamental change that is taking place in the HR world in Israel and throughout the world. If you had visited Israel in recent months, you would have encountered on the side of the roads and in central intersections the dramatic recruitment efforts made by many companies, including the most successful companies in Israeli high-tech, Amdocs, SimilarWay, Playtika, Palo Alto, and also Papaya Global, which will be presenting its technology here today. Some companies have even go further and put up TV commercials in prime time. Okay, on the screen we can see some of the advertising, the efforts they had. You must have also come across a variety of articles and items in news and in professional magazines regarding what is called now the Great Resignation, the phenomenon of mass resignation that has taken place in recent months throughout the Western world. We at Deloitte Israel set out on our own research, to try to understand what's going on in the employment market. We conducted a survey focusing on what we call the careerists, women and men, most of them aged 31 to 50, parents of children and or living in a relationship with academic degrees from Tel Aviv area and the center of Israel. We asked them, had their attitude to work and their career changed over the past year? And 76%, 3 out of 4, say they did. We asked if they had considered changing jobs during the past year, and 3 out of 4 said yes. think for yourself, how many employees do you have? How much is 74% of them? 57% of them said they had even considered changing their occupation field and engage in other professional direction. We wanted to test whether the trauma of the COVID-19 was what created this extreme data. And they replied that as with a lot of other phenomena we see in the world of work, it has been a certain part, but doesn't explain everything. COVID-19 is not the source, but a powerful accelerator for something that's been developing even before. When we asked the respondents to our survey whether they had already realized this change, they were pondering. About 2/3 said they haven't yet, but many of them are planning such a change over the coming year or two. This is all we see now. The load over talent acquisition units in organization, which is already high, is probably just the tip of the iceberg. All of this create a powerful impact and challenge to the HR and requires the right technology and digital tools to support it. Deloitte Global dedicated the latest HR trend report realized in late July 21 to this global phenomena of changes in the labor market, because they too have noticed that 40% of the world's workers are considering leaving their current workplace. That's an example from a Microsoft survey, okay? As 70% of employers admit they struggle recruiting employees with the right combination of technical and human capabilities. Another major change impact which was catalyzed by the COVID-19 pandemic, despite the many disadvantages of the pandemic, the necessity to work remotely has opened new opportunities for many businesses, and it seems they're here to stay. Before COVID-19, approximately only 5% of the EU employees worked remotely. Only 2 years later, and we see that around 87% of employees plan to allow employers plan to allow 1 to 5 workdays per week remotely. Why? Because talents, if they have to choose between two similar job offers, over 80% of them will refuse the one that doesn't allow flexibility. And because 65% of businesses reducing their operating expenses and 85% reported an average of 20% improvement in productivity thanks to remote work policies. And because eventually employees are happier and less frustrated because of their time lost in traffic jams and on the way to work. But hybrid work has many clear disadvantages also. Well, they have advantages, but also major challenges. From the 2 years experience, we could see that managers and employees are lacking the visibilities they used to have and now having blind spots. Employees' sense of belonging is increasing. Hybrid teams are struggling to collaborate. There is a challenge in maintaining work-life fit. Remote access is insufficient, and there are difficult during onboarding processes and insufficient usage of office space. And I'm saying all of that because that puts a major challenge and opportunity for the HR tech. The Great Resignation and the hybrid work are two prominent examples, okay, of a profound, fundamental, and wider change which is taking place these days in the world of work. Disruptive forces are sharply driving how we live and how we work, creating an imperative for new solutions. We won't go into each of the disruptors, but it's around technology, it's around data. It's around not only technology and data, but also social changes, such as the awareness of diversity and generational change, changes in the nature of career. Okay, we have much longer careers, so we need to put much more effort on continuous upskilling. AI, cognitive computing, robotics, job vulnerability to automations, explosion in contingent work, and a lot of diverse of hiring models. All of these come together to what we call a perfect storm and put a lot of challenge to HR units. Now, in order to make an order in all of this and to thrive through these changes, organizations must navigate across three interrelated dimensions, which we at Deloitte, we call them work, workplace, and workforce. Work processes, okay, in the work world, they need to be adapted in order to support and promote constantly changing business objective due to rapidly changing environment. From the workplace perspective, spreading across greater geographies and implementing new types of workplaces demand rethinking of the way employees communicate and collaborate to maximize work productivity. To keep up with the pace in which the way of work is changing, employees' adaptability and reskilling are crucial. So HR is becoming more important and more complex as it focuses on many diverse aspects of employer-employee relationships. And as with most industries, technology is reshaping the way in which firms approach HR in the fast-growing field known as HR tech. I think it's the right time to start and dive into the HR tech world, and the numbers are really phenomenal. The global HR tech market is projected to grow from around $24 billion in 2021 to approximately 35 or 36 billion in 2038. That's according to a report by Fortune Business Insight. And also, they mentioned that the COVID-19 pandemic, okay, created unprecedented opportunities for market players in the long term. We saw some decline in some market segments, but in general, it's a big opportunity for HR tech. Digital transformation is likely to disrupt industries post the COVID-19 crisis, and the rapidly changing market dynamics of business models have forced HR teams to adopt new ways to respond to the needs of the workforce. Hence, human resource software and services, including talent management, workforce management, and payroll management, are expected to gain traction in the upcoming year. Looking on the Israeli aspect and the Israeli HR tech market, we also see a large growing and thriving in this market with a lot of startups using the advanced high-tech ecosystem and know-how of, for example, AI and robotics to offer a new groundbreaking and innovative technology. In 2019, we at Deloitte Israel conducted a preliminary mapping of selected startups in Israeli ecosystem. Some of them you will also see today. Looking from a more strategic point of view, we are now in the midst of an accelerated HR tech evolution. 20 years ago, we saw the evolution of core systems, providing the business with access to basic employee data. Then we saw the emergence of point solutions, best of breed, empowering the business and employee by providing self-service access to specialized solutions. And 5 years ago, we saw the beginning of the current wave or the current trend of integrated cloud solutions. And now it becomes into the digital platforms, providing employee experience platform radically available that allow analytics, focus on social mobile analytics and cloud services to the end users. And that's part of the understanding that what used to the focus, which used to be on the customer experience, is now shifting inside the organizations. And organizations understand that the way they want to deliver service to the end user, to their end client, is also now needs to be inside. Employees today expect workplace services to be fast, simple, and flexible from the office and from home. As we expect today to get at the click of a button, a personally customized content from Netflix, goods from Amazon, or food from Walt, organizations today are required to manage the services for employees and communicate with them in a smart, efficient, and customized way so that they can focus on what is important, their work. But current typical HR technology landscape presents a challenge to employees, as we saw in the more strategic way of the evolution of the HR tech. Many organizations have created an ecosystem of HR technologies and outsourced service provider designed to automate HR service delivery. But by that, users have different and inconsistent experiences in these data and transaction-centric systems of record. Individually, they're very good at maintaining data, enabling employees and people leader self-service transactions and reporting. Collectively, they present a challenge to creating and delivering a simple, intuitive, and unified user experience. And if we take the perspective of the HR units themselves, the complicated HR technology landscape raises challenge to them too. A lot of administrative tasks burden the HR. There is a difficulty in communication with employees, minimal automatic workflow capability, and difficulty in monitoring and analyzing HR service data in a holistic approach of all of the organization are some of the challenges. And we can see here a kind of an illustration of the common employee experience in most of the organizations today. Like everyday moment impacts the flow of work, and in most organizations today, in order to get things done, you need to approach every unit or service separately. Whether it's a new hire, onboarding services from the IT, request time off from HR, reserve a workplace, pay issue from the procurement or contract review service from the legal department, all of those take time and effort. And to improve operational efficiency, you need to transform your digital employee experience. And Josh Berzin, I'm sure that at least some of you know him. He's a leading global industry analyst. He said a new category of HR software has emerged. This new solution will help organizations deliver an integrated employee experience by giving employee a single place to manage their work needs, experiences, and transitions while shielding from back-end system and complexity. Drive employee productivity by delivering the right experiences for your hybrid workforce in a simple, easy, mobile-first experience, cross-departmental, frictionless workflows, hiding complexity, virtual agents delivering timely, consistent, and consumer-like service, and manage a safe return to workplace for employees. That's some of the major advantages and the promise to the employees that those experience layer deliver. The major benefits are, as I said before, first of all, the operational costs and efficiency. We talked about the employee experience, enable easy and customized communication, okay, between the HR, the organization, and the employee. But also, and very important, it eventually improved the end customer service experience. As I said before, if we meet organization with a huge gap of their request or their culture, a way of service their own clients, and inside the organization, they don't deliver the same service for their employees, there is a gap. When it is big, it's starting to make a lot of problems, also in delivering the end customer service. I'm finishing now. Okay. So just a few words as a strategic advisor. In order to accomplish that, HR needs a holistic technology landscape approach. Agile organizations must integrate core systems of record into a single enterprise service management solution to enable simplified, connected digital experiences. And for that, when you choose the different technologies, you need to have a holistic, strategic approach of your future HR landscape, because it's here to stay and it's here to develop much further. And I would like to finish with this quote. It's not a faith in technology, it's a faith in people, said Steve Jobs. Okay, we should always remember that eventually the advance of technology is based on making it fit in so that you don't even notice it. It's a part of everyday life, and it makes people better and working environment better. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much, Yoram. That was absolutely excellent. Always a good way to end on a Steve Jobs quote. So yeah, thank you very much. So now we move on to our showcasing session, whereby we'll begin with Paradox, who are joined by Yael Florental. Paradox are building the world's leading conversational recruiting software to drive automation with human touch. So Yael, if you'd like to start, you can share your screen and we can go from there.
Thank you very much. Let me share my screen. Awesome. So, hi everyone. My name is Yael and I'm VP Product at Paradox Israel. And today I'm going to talk to you about the paradox of HR, or how injecting more technology into your hiring process will make them more personal. I'll also share some insights we've gathered from researching thousands of the biggest companies worldwide. But let's start with introducing Paradox. At Paradox, we see a future where artificial intelligence helps us spend more time with people rather than softwares. So that's exactly right. There is a paradox here. How can we harness technology to spend more time interacting with people rather than computers? This is a brave new world out there that we're talking about, and I'm really excited to introduce to you Olivia. So Olivia is a virtual AI assistant who joins hiring teams around the globe, helping them manage hiring processes more efficiently and ensuring recruiters spend more time facing people rather than computers. In the last few years, we've witnessed a very interesting phenomenon. Hiring teams spend most of their time doing repetitive work, a lot of manual work, whether it's syncing several different calendars, chasing candidates or hiring managers, having phone interviews, and so on. On average, 25 hours a week are wasted on scheduling interviews, and 16 hours a week are spent on screening candidates. Our world is super instant, and the majority of the interaction is done on mobile. We get personalized content right into the palm of our hands. We get TV shows recommendations on Netflix based on what we previously watched, but we still make it super hard for candidates to search through our jobs on career sites and on job boards. So imagine a world where you each have a personalized AI assistant to assist you in your everyday hiring needs. Imagine a world where the candidates don't need to spend hours searching for the right roles for them. Rather, the most relevant jobs are offered directly to them, based on their geolocation, based on their resume, offering all the relevant jobs so they can just quickly apply within a click of a button. Imagine a world where all the relevant information is accessible to all the candidates in every language at every time of the day and in every platform most convenient for the candidate. They don't even need to struggle to find it. Every question they might have will receive an answer and will help them make a better decision faster with full transparency to where they are on the hiring process. It's a world where a virtual AI assistant pre-screen candidates and manage interactions with them in the channels they feel most comfortable with. The assistant can identify for which candidates are most relevant for us and proceed with the process automatically. a world where a virtual assistant can schedule interviews for us at the most convenient times. They can even reschedule in case of need, can reschedule and also cancel. Imagine automated reminders, sending push notifications to candidates prior to every interview, making sure they remember that they're ready and that they will show up. Imagine a personal assistant joining your hiring team. And in case you need anything, you can just ask for it as if you're talking to Siri or just messaging a friend. This isn't science fiction. It's already here. Olivia is here, available in your applicant tracking system, on mobile, on career sites, and even on job boards. She can communicate with candidates wherever they are most active, whether it's WhatsApp, email, SMS, Messenger, or even their smartwatch. So in 2021, Olivia answered over 30 million questions via text. And she scheduled over 3 million interviews automatically, completely by herself. She even assisted in conducting 30,000 virtual interviews, sending just a little over 3 million emojis to candidates, and most importantly, receiving over 2 million thank yous from candidates. And this I get a lot. So what do candidates really think about it? And I can honestly say they love it. And they say so themselves. Candidates literally say it to Olivia. Check out the following screenshots of conversation Olivia had with candidates. The flexibility Olivia offers to candidates, being available on SMS or WhatsApp, answering each and every question during whichever time of day.
Oh, hi Al. You seem to have gone off there.
Sorry. Yeah. Should I continue?
Yeah, continue. Please go again.
Okay. Yeah, and candidates, what I wanted to say is candidates aren't ashamed to say it. So they thank Olivia often. They share their emojis and their feelings, even though they know 100% it's a virtual AI conversation. In the last few years, we've chatted with millions of candidates and thousands of HR departments in the biggest companies worldwide. And the impact is incredible. Let me start with the bottom line. Using artificial intelligence to hire.
I just think we're having some technical difficulties at the moment. Hopefully Storm Eunice still hasn't impacted us. I will quickly check with her. Yeah, are you still there? Hello, Al. Okay, what we can do then is, I think we're back again.
Very frustrating. I'm going to keep on continue unless you say otherwise.
Keep going until you finish your slides. Still fine.
So a while back, McDonald's partnered with Olivia, and Olivia started to help them capture candidates in the hiring process. So let me share a little bit about how it looks like in the back end. Basically, a hiring manager can open a new position with a click of a button, and Olivia does all the rest. She screens candidates, she requests the candidates for additional information or their CV if it's relevant, and she automatically schedules interviews. This results with the hiring manager starting their day, opening their calendar, and just seeing what interviews Olivia scheduled for them and with whom. This way, the hiring managers spend more time with their candidates and with their team instead of in front of the screens. So how productive was it? It shortened the hiring process from 12 days on average to almost 2 days. It shortened significantly the time it takes to apply, increasing the number of applications by 25%, and decreasing significantly the churn along the process. Over 850,000 employees have been accepted to McDonald's using Olivia. That's on almost 1.5 million candidates screened and interviewed automatically by a software. And the number speaks for themselves, helping us see just how much impact it is. It saves time screening candidates, screening out incompatible candidates, increasing completion rate of application to 93%, and interviews show up to 90%, and almost 100% satisfaction rate from candidates. Finally, I'd love to share what we anticipate seeing in HR tech in the near future. So I believe the process will be a lot more mobile first. It's going to be more personalized and speed and fast. Even mass recruitment can feel more personal, and extremely complicated hiring processes can be done quicker by adapting the process to make it more customizable and more suitable for everyone's needs and roles. Better CV screening and matching for positions, getting just the right position offered to me, just like I get a recommendation for a great Netflix TV show. Accelerating hiring processes, having just a few days post-application to job offer. And still having the personal touch in the most critical decision points in the process, interviews and communication with the candidates. I believe great companies are founded by great employees, and finding these employees is the most important and hardest job ever. You all have one way or another to deal with that complex task, which influence an entire organization's success. We're happy to lead this revolution with a very clear vision in mind. I'm Yael Florenthal. You can feel free to contact Yam Devir, our GM and VP product. Contact details are here, and let's change the world. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Yael. That was absolutely excellent. And apologies about technical difficulties there during the presentation. We now move on to HiBob and Nino. HiBob's cloud-based human resource information system is helping to change the way we sort of view our work and do our work. So hi, Nino, take it away, and apologies about the delay of time there.
Hi, everyone. I'm just going to share my screen and get jump straight in. So let's share my screen. Brilliant. So look, lovely to meet you all. So thank you, Cameron, for the introduction. I'm Nino, one of the sales managers in the UK here at HiBob. And I've been at HiBob for coming up to 4 years now. So I joined back in 2018 as an account executive, and I've grown in the business up to a sales manager now. To give you a little bit more about HiBob and who we are, for those who don't know. So as you can see right in the middle there, we're modern HR for modern business. And we really focus on the 3 M's. So we focus on mid-sized businesses, modern and multinational. So as you can see in the top right, the locations that we have today. So we're spread across the US, but we have an office in New York. I'm based out of the London office. We're dotted around Europe, and we have an office in Amsterdam, soon to be Berlin as well. And our headquarters out in Tel Aviv. We then moved our headquarters to the US to part of that scale as well. But also we opened up in Sydney in the back end of last year as well. Now we have some amazing growth as well. We have over 400 people in the business now. And we've also raised $274 million today with our recent investment of Series C at the back end of last year of $150 million. To jump on to the next slide to really show you why we're in this space. And it's really about the shift in HCM systems. So in the past, they're more seen as a system of record. A lot of times we're tracking people's IDs, making sure they're being paid appropriately. And a lot of times you notice as well, it was on-prem before we started to move things to the cloud. We then started to shift more into the world of system of resources. And this was for HR to start automating some of their processes, start to feed those things in for things for payroll, or whether that be booking time off as well and tracking time. Now, the problem with these systems, a lot of them were clunky look and feel, difficult to use, and very more focused on the HR side of things. What we found is a lot of employees were just using them to book time off and not really engaging with the systems. So that stepped in where Bob comes in, much more being a system of engagement. A platform that's focused not just on your HR admin side of things, but also on managers, empowering managers, giving them the tools that be managing their team's time off, their performance process, goal setting, one-to-one feedback, compensation management, all managed within our platform. The other area we focus on is actually the end user in the employee. It's about their experience. The moment you've hired that employee through that onboarding flow, for the rest of their time within the business. And what we're finding is these millennials that are coming into the businesses of today and scaling as time passes, it's more about than just the salary that they're interested in. It's about the business that they're joining, the perks, the experience that they're having there in the business. And our platform gives you those insights around that as well. Some pieces as well about the power of having a modern HR system. If you think of modern apps that you use today, think of things on an iPhone, for example. If they're too difficult to use, you'll end up deleting them. And that's very much our platform built on that Instagrammable look and feel, that ease of use for your employees. Now, we also did a recent study as well, a Gallup study. We identified that 39 Exceptional Workplace Award winners, and we found that the thing that they had most in common was high engagement, because they put their people first. Now, the high engagement enables them to adjust their focus quickly as the world of work continues to change. And of course, with the pandemic, that really did accelerate that change. We are starting to see the hybrid workforce, people working remotely, and keeping those workforces engaged is very key as well now. But that ability to pivot is supported by the employee trust and organizational transparency. We're seeing real business impacts included in an 18% reduction in turnover, 18% more productivity, and 23% higher profitability to name a few. Now, I've also wanted to touch on as well where HiBob really plugs into a business. So if we're starting to look now at that HiBob ecosystem and how we can start to plug in. Now, we're now also seeing the strength of provisioning tools, single sign-on and integrations, which really now allows different departments to have those best-in-breed tools in those different areas. Now, what we've seen in the past, HR is normally a bolt-on to maybe a payroll solution, which is in that clunky look and feel, not really that people-focused. But what HiBob allows you to do is have those best-in-breed tools, and we become that single source of truth because it can connect to our systems. So as you can see, we have best-in-breed tools in the recruitment side of things. The moment you press hire in those systems, Bob takes over from there, and we can pull that data across. We can then streamline that into payroll. Now, we made a strategic decision not to build our own payroll solution, but actually integrate into those different payroll solutions. As mentioned, we want to be that global multinational system, and we appreciate in your different locations, you'll have different payroll solutions. We also have integrations with LMSs as well. But one of the real nice pieces to draw into is those collaboration tools, the likes of Slack and Teams, making it really easy for your employees and managers to interact with our system. It can go all the way down to even booking time off. You can book time off through those channels, through Slack and Teams. Managers can reject or approve those requests. So really streamlining that, making people being able to easily interact with our system. Now, I just want to touch on a bit more on some of the customers that we have today. Now, just to touch on, we're over 2,000 customers in over more than 100 countries, over 100,000 of different employees globally using our system. Now, as I mentioned, these are fast-growing, modern, mid-sized multinational companies, really see the perk in our system. Now, also, we've been going for over 6 years, and we have 97% customer retention rate, which is unheard of in this space as well. So customers that are joining with us are sticking with us for the long run, as we constantly integrate our platform, build that into our customers' feedback, and add those to our system. So that our platform is constantly adding new modules, new features as we scale up as well. Now, I just wanted to touch on some other companies to zoom in on some of those modern companies that trust Bob at the moment. And I'd like to just touch on some case studies there. So Revolut joined us when they were about 300 employees. They're now over 3,000. So things that they're seeing in their HR department and people team that they've needed into our platform, we've been adding and scaled with them. Kazoo, another one, joined us when they were about 40 employees. They're now over 2,000. So our platform is very agile and able to move and add those new pieces that their platform is needed as we've scaled into those different locations as well. That was nice and short and sweet from my side. And I appreciate there's no questions here. So it's lovely presenting to you all. Nice and short and sweet on what we offered today.
Great, thanks a lot, Nino. Thanks, hi Bob. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll send out your contact details to all who attended. So there'll hopefully be some questions afterwards. But no, thanks a lot for your time, thanks for the presentation, and look forward to working in the future. So we now move on to Ovio. Their collaborative workflow management solution is helping professionals to manage projects both efficiently and effectively. We're joined by Ofri from there, who will be talking to you a bit about their solution and what they have to offer. So Ofri, feel free to take it away.
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah, we're all good.
Okay, good, excellent. So my name is Ofri Wolfus, an engineer, ex-Googler, and today co-founder and CTO of Ovio. Managing projects is hard. Aligning a team, prioritizing tasks, freeing bottlenecks, managing ongoing client communication, and juggling a budget. All the while trying to hit tight deadlines and, of course, keeping the client happy. So yes, managing projects is hard. But what happens when you don't have one project, but many? Not one team, but many. Not one client, but many. And you have to manage all of them at the same time. Managing numerous projects simultaneously is extremely hard, and every single mistake may lead to missed deadlines and loss of client satisfaction. That is the day-to-day life of employees in the professional services industry. Consulting companies, law firms, design agencies. However, it does not stop there. Servicing clients is an issue all of its own. Servicing these clients becomes exceedingly complicated. Clients have extremely high expectations from service providers. They want perfect service. They want it now, and they want it 24/7. So with so much communication back and forth, things constantly go wrong, which leads to productivity issues. Having a grasp of the work across multiple projects is hard. Following up on tasks from employees and clients is difficult. Miscommunication problems with clients, and lots of data is lost because it stays in the employee's personal tools. Now, there are many existing productivity tools in the market, but, and this is a huge but, these tools may be good, but they're not good for the professional services industry. Most of them are built for one team that has one job, all looking together on one screen. For example, unify tasks in a list or board where you move together cards from left to right until completion. Professional services firms are different. Firstly, they work within a matrix organizational structures. People do not work within an organic team. They work on several projects with several different teams and different clients simultaneously. Close communication with clients. They need to communicate with people outside their team, mainly clients. And lastly, documenting and sharing conversations and decisions is an integral part of the job. And the truth is that there is not one tool that was built just for increasing productivity while servicing multiple clients simultaneously. This is why we built Ovio. Ovio is a productivity solution that solves the unique pain points endured by employees in the professional services industries. Basically, it's a collaborative notebook that allows a user to take meeting minutes, assign tasks, and most importantly, semi-automatically show the specific projects and relevant stakeholders. The notebook provides answers to day-to-day questions for all team members. And now we'll take a short pause from this presentation and do a quick demo. So this is Ovio. It's actually the live system, and any one of you can just sign up and try it for yourself. And this is my notebook, and it's divided to different sections, which we call workspaces. Each workspace is a client or a project or something like that. You divide it however you want, sorry. And let's say that I want to go to this client and just go here, create a new note, maybe show demo at tech. And as I write, at some point I want to create action items, so I type minus followed by white space. Let's create another task. And I can assign it to one of my team members, let's say to Scott. And once I'm done, the note stays here. It's already shared with the relevant people in this specific workspace, in this specific project or client. And this is my notebook. And now I can go and start asking questions. So for example, let's start with the simple one. What are all of my tasks across all of my projects? So I can go here, select all of my projects. Let's look only at tasks. So it now picks up all the tasks from all nodes that I have and say, let's go to see only my tasks. And I can also view it not only as a list, but also as both view. So here I can see all of my tasks divided by workspace or by client or by group, whatever. I can also go and say, show me all of the tasks that have been completed across my different projects. Or maybe show me all of the tasks that were completed, but not by workspace, but by assignee. So I can see my employees and what they're currently doing right now. And maybe I want to see all of the tasks that are still in progress, and maybe move them from one team member to another. So I can kind of balance the workload. So that's it, basically. This is Ovio. It's kind of a hybrid of a lot of productivity tools designed specifically for this industry. Let's resume. So up until now, we have been helping leading professional services firms manage their projects. For example, we helped a law firm's managers service 24 clients at the same time, on average. We helped a large industrial design firm reduce a full FTE or PMO role while managing complicated product design projects, from ideation to prototype and final production, and helped management consulting firm reduce missed deadlines by 20% while running 11 HR projects for large enterprise clients. Professional services is one of the largest industries in the world. They want to do one thing, work better. That's what we do. Help an entire industry to work better. Thank you. You are on mute.
It's always going to happen. Hi, Ofi, that was absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll make sure to send out your contact details too. And yeah, look forward to seeing how we can move Ovio into the UK. So finally, we come on to Papaya with our friend Amit. Papaya's automated payroll and workforce management platform has taken the world by storm recently. So it'd be good to sort of get more of an update on how you're doing, more about the solution, any changes you've made, and sort of see where you're heading. So yeah, feel free to take it away, Amit.
Yeah, thank you, Cameron. Hi, everyone. Very nice to be here. Thank you for inviting us, of course. Of course, we're going to start with a short presentation of our company, just kind of, highlighting who we are, of course, presenting myself as well. So with your permission, I'll just share my screen real quick. Okay. So as I said before, we're going to start with a quick presentation of Papaya, some of the services and solutions we offer. And if we have enough time, we're going to also cover a demo of our platform, something very quick so that you can get a brief view of the technology. My name is Amit. I lead the enterprise sales organization here at Papaya Global. Been with the company pretty much from day one. Been very fortunate to grow with the company from the day we've been probably 20 employees to this day, where Papaya employs nearly 450 employees across multiple geographies. And the solution and even the story that Papaya brings to the industry is actually quite unique. We are an innovative provider of total workforce management solutions, essentially allowing our clients to do anything from onboarding, ongoing management of employees, and of course, payments in more than 140 countries. What kind of differentiates Papaya from perhaps some other solutions in the global HR or payroll space is the fact that our technology is actually the only one that is able to support all types of employees, including payroll workers, to support payroll processing across countries where our clients do have legal representations or legal entities, providing employment of records solutions, supporting our clients to compliantly engage with employees across countries where they decide to not set a permanent establishment, and of course, assist with ongoing management of independent contractors, mostly in the realms of consolidating, validating, and paying those freelancers' invoices. Of course, other than actually supporting those types of employment, we provide a very broad umbrella of HR, legal, and benefits consultancy, so that we're able to provide our clients with subject matter expertise on anything related to HR, payroll, benefits, immigration, equity, and so on. And of course, Papaya is all about the technology. We have developed a technology, a SaaS platform that was designed to help multinational enterprise to manage their global workforce in the most compliant, secured, and easy way. We involve a lot of automation through integration with our clients' existing technology, and of course, offer a very extensive BI suite that I'm planning on displaying in a couple of minutes. As you can see, Papaya really supports all types of companies, from small startups to multinational enterprise such as Microsoft, Wix, Canva, Robinhood, really kind of presenting our philosophy that shows Papaya is able to support all types of companies, whether those are small startups or, of course, enterprise organizations. A bit about our global footprint. We offer total workforce solution in over 150 countries, supporting more than 600 clients, of course, across the world, and have raised nearly $450 million in funding from some of the leading venture capitals in the world. A bit about our technology, which I hope to demonstrate in a couple of minutes. The technology was really designed to help our clients to manage their employees, their global payroll at scale, using very enhanced automation and compliance tools, essentially validating any kind of local payroll calculations and detecting potential discrepancies, ensuring that we don't only eliminate quite a lot of manual work and hours on the payroll manager's side, but also ensures that there are literally zero mistakes when it comes to the payroll processing, using very comprehensive RPA, robotic processing automation. When it comes to payroll, you'll be surprised to know how much manual work is actually handled on a monthly basis, which is why we have developed quite an extensive integration kit that ensures our clients are able to push any kind of relevant HR or payroll related data from our clients' existing technologies. I'm talking about the HR information system, such as Workday, Bamboo HR, namely, down to time and attendance and expense management softwares, so that we can really fully automate that data exchange. And of course, that normally results in less potential human errors and much faster procedures. When it comes to technology, of course, we have to address security and privacy. And as you can see in this slide, Papaya really meets some of the highest standards of security, complying with GDPR, and of course, fully certified with ISO and SOC 1 and 2. One of the things that we are mostly proud of is that each one of our clients is using our SSO, single sign-on capabilities, ensuring that their employees and the different users that are using our platform can actually leverage their company's credentials. Lastly, the technology really gives our clients an immediate real-time feedback on their global spending, ensuring that finance teams, VP of finance, CFOs, all across the world can always get immediate insights about their global payroll expenditure. I'm going to present the BI in just a sec, but really solving a very crucial, very painful challenge that most organizations have, especially once they expand globally and operate in multi-geographies. The technology gives our clients control and visibility to their global workforce data, so that they can really keep abreast of any changes in spending at any moment. Before I kind of proceed, just perhaps elaborating a bit more about our global support model, which is very instrumental to the success of Papaya. Whereas really we are a very technology-driven company, we understand that at the end of the day, when clients are engaging with Papaya, they're expecting a wide glove support when it comes to managing the remote employees. And therefore we offer a sophisticated governance model that is predicated on three main pillars: a centralized service coordination, essentially a CSM, a customer success manager, that guides our clients' relationship with Papaya and essentially ensures that we can set them up for success from day one. But in addition, we also operate an in-house center of excellence that is able to provide subject matter expertise on anything related to legal, compliance, compensation, can provide salary benchmark. And essentially in that way, Papaya can really bring the best of breed between innovative technology and global support so that our clients can always enjoy those two offerings that Papaya brings to the table. Given we have only 4 minutes left and I do want to be minded of time, I'm going to quickly jump into our technology demo. I hope that you can see my screen. What I'm presenting to you right now is the main dashboard a company would see when entering the platform. This is the demo account we use that essentially represents a fictional company named Pragma, who is using Papaya to manage different types of employees across 7 jurisdictions. The company is running payroll with Papaya in China, Germany, Mexico, paying some contractors in France and Singapore, but it also uses Papaya as a third-party employer, as an employer of records across both Switzerland and the UK. Using the technology, the company can fully eliminate the exchange of emails and of course, other channels of communications with the local payroll teams, and essentially utilize the technology in order to fully consolidate and standardize the management of payroll across the different countries. Using our integration kit, any data point that has to be passed to the local teams on ground across the different countries for the purpose of payroll processing will be pushed automatically to Papaya without any human involvement. And of course, when it comes to approval chains, when it comes to levels of controls, our clients are always able to set very sophisticated approval chains on their global payroll data so that they can always assure that the data they rely on when paying the workers is always 100% accurate and aligns with their expectations. Lastly, moving forward to the BI suite, I've decided to focus on 2 main dashboards or 2 main reports that Papaya can generate to our clients. The first one is the diversity, equity, and inclusion metrics report that essentially gives the HR teams, the management as a whole, some better visibility towards how the deviation between female and men looks like at their firm. And that gives them anything from seeing the gender equality within the company, seeing how the pay equity is divided by gender, and getting some additional metrics about age, gender, and equality as general, so that they can better understand their workforce and assure they can make better HR and strategic decisions when it comes to global hiring and recruitment. But of course, as a financial software, the technology was truly designed to give international teams better visibility to their global expenditure. Using this total payroll cost, financial teams can get immediate insights to their global employment cost across the world. In this example, the company can see what is the total employment cost of their global workforce across a period of time, comparing the expenditure on payroll across different countries, and also seeing a slice and dice of their global spending across different cost centers. And of course, the system is very sophisticated and allows the users to really slice and dice the data however they need in order to answer the business inquiries or the questions, the business questions they would like to answer using the BI suite. Thank you for giving me those 10 minutes. Much appreciated. It's been a great honor. Please feel free to touch base with me if you want to learn a bit more about our company and our offering. Thank you, Cameron, for inviting us to participate in this presentation today.
No worries, and thanks a lot, Amit, for your fantastic presentation. So that's all we have time for today. Firstly, I'd like to thank all of the people who joined us to attend. That includes everyone from HiBob, OVO, Papaya, and Paradox. We'd also like to thank Yoram for his fantastic words at the start of the session, and also to you guys for joining. We're going to send out all the contact details of everyone who participated so we can get some more conversations going in the HR tech scene. But thank you very much for coming, and we look forward to maybe seeing each other actually in person very soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.